Don't tell me COVID-19 is changing retirement too. Hey there, welcome back to my channel. COVID is changing the way that we eat, we consume, the way that we go shopping, and of course, it also changes the way we think about retirement. And so that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. But before we get into that, have you subscribed to this channel? If not, I encourage you to subscribe for a regular, pleasant financial conversation. In these last couple of weeks, I've been having a lot of conversations with my retirees, especially those who are edging into retirement within the next 3 to 5 years. Questions about how the market is doing and what their plans are, they're all coming to a head because of COVID. And so in today's video, as we delve in, I'm going to be talking about the 2 trends that I'm seeing for my retirees who are within that 3 to 5 year window. The first trend is that I'm noticing some retirees who were planning to retire in 3 to 5 years are deciding to retire today. No more waiting, just jumping right in. And for my other retirees, I'm seeing a different trend. I'm seeing for those who are planning to retire in the next 6 to 12 months, that they're deciding to delay retirement. So from your perspective, I can imagine that those seem very contradictory decisions, that some are deciding to retire now and some are deciding to retire later, and who cares anyway, because that was always our decision to begin with. But from the planning perspective, I think it's really interesting about the decision-making process. And that's really what I want to talk about today, because the patterns that I see in the decision-making process really do inform the way that we make a decision about when to retire. So let's first talk about the people who decided to retire today. No more waiting. Their retirement date was 3 to 5 years from now, but they decided today's the day. Now, I often see a couple of patterns with that. First, that these tend to be people who are more in a one-to-one type of engagement through their business or through their work. They weren't able to work virtually from home. They had to be in person, either with customers or with other fellow employees or colleagues. And so staying at work provided a health risk for them they were not willing to take. And obviously the numbers worked out, so they were able to retire early. The second group of people who I've been discussing with for a while to talk about when they were going to retire had picked this year as their retirement year. But since the economy is unstable, they're still not quite ready, and so they've bumped it out. Those are also tend to be people who were in a virtual type of arrangement. They're able to keep their distance and still work. And they also might not have had the numbers quite work out exactly the way that they wanted to for retirement. You may have been visiting this video today to wonder, what is the right decision for me? Can I retire now, or should I postpone my retirement? And the fact is, I can't answer that question for you. It really changes based on the dynamics of your life. That's why a financial planner is so important, because we're able to look behind the curtain, see all of the dynamics going on for you, what your resources are, what your needs are, and then really map out a good plan that works exactly for you. COVID-19 is really taking away the retirement planning process from people who are intending to retire in the next 5 years. It's taking away the incremental conversations on what to do and what decisions to make and what little tweaks to the plan they can have to really set you up for a good retirement. So if you are planning your retirement really quickly right now because of COVID, just know that my thoughts are with you, and I know that you can come to a good decision. All right, friends, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Have you had a conversation with your financial planner about your plans to retire and how the retirement income is going to work? If not, I would love to have that conversation with you, have that pleasant financial conversation where we get your investments aligned so that you can retire in the time frame that you want. You can visit my website, www.pleasantwealth.com, to start that conversation. And stay safe, friends, and until next time, you take care.